I don't have a rare eye disease, or it's not due to some accident that I had. And welcome back to Being Blackout, where we hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil. I'm Blackout, and I'm going to tell you about how I became blind. I did not want to share this at all when I first created my YouTube channel. This is something I wanted to keep hidden for forever. You were not going to know about it because I don't have a rare eye disease, or it's not due to some accident that I had. And like they see in the movies, or other YouTubers or people that I found on YouTube who shared my experience at not at all, which is surprising because my type of blindness is the reason I'm blind is the number one leading cause in blindness in America. I believe that's what I've heard. That's what studies say. And so it's crazy to me that I don't even see people on YouTube speaking about that. They speak about more of the rare diseases, or the diseases that's hard to say and stuff, or they've been blind all their lives, or they have visual impairment all their lives, and then they go even more blind later on, or it's nothing that I could relate to. There's nothing that was just telling me like that I can just, I don't know, like I said, just to relate to. There was nobody out there sharing their story, at least that I can find. And if they are, they're on YouTube. YouTube had not pushed them to me at all. I couldn't find them, and I was in desperate need of that. And so I think I'm in a space now where I'm ready to go ahead and share my story of how I became blind, and not to be so embarrassed and guilty, because that was keeping me back. I was so embarrassed, felt guilty, ashamed, all the things. And there's still a little residue of those feelings, but it's something that I feel like is needed to be said. And so I'm going to share it with you, and I'm going to tell you all about it. So let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and so I am diabetic type 2. I did speak a little bit about it in a previous video. If you've seen it, probably haven't, because it's a little bit in a video that's not titled about that. It was just a random video I posted. And if you might follow my podcast, I do have a podcast where I posted a podcast episode on being diabetic, and how I became blind, but I have not done it here on YouTube, and so that's what I want to do on camera to the whole 30 subscribers I have. So I became diabetic when I was 15. That's when I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic, and I was 15. And at that time, I didn't know what it was. Okay, I was scared out of my mind, but I didn't want to tell anyone. I thought I was dying. I thought I had cancer. And I was like, well, if I'm dying, I'd rather just enjoy the time I have left with my family and just dip suddenly, and they don't know what's wrong. I was 15, I was young, I was dumb, and I thought really kind of ridiculous. Okay, I remember looking up on like Yahoo Answers, that's what it was back then, and they were like, "You're dying. You got They was like, "You got over." You got it's probably like cyst on the ovary, but I didn't know what that meant, and so I thought it meant like I had cancer on my ovaries, ovarian cancer, and they're telling me I'm dying, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got the cancer, not the cancer. And I was very weak. I was very like if I got up too sudden, I was dizzy. I could barely walk. I couldn't run at all. I was always thirsty and using the bathroom a lot. I couldn't tell why. I was like, why am I always so thirsty? Is it because I'm using the bathroom a lot? Or am I using the bathroom a lot because I'm always drinking a lot? I didn't understand. And when I was drinking, I was just drinking more soda. I was drinking whatever I could find that wasn't water. I drank a little water, but that wasn't my main source of drinks. And I didn't really like Kool-Aid around that time, but if we had it, I was gonna drink the Kool-Aid because I was thirsty. And in a black family, if you're from a black family, you know how they get down with the Kool-Aid. Okay, that's diabetes itself. That's just 99% sugar, and I was drinking it up if we had it. And I was drinking the sodas, and I was drinking Slurpees. Um I was eating the cakes and the ice creams, and I was just eating all the fatty foods, all the fatty meat. I was getting down with the get down. I mean, that's what I wanted. And so I didn't realize it was doing something to me that was affecting my health so much. And so eventually my family found out that I was diabetic, and my vision got a little blurry around that time too. But then once it cleared up a little bit and all that stuff. So fast forward, and I am 28, 29, almost 30 years old, and am I never thought I was going to actually go go blind because I know some diabetic people, and none of them ever gone blind. I mean, I know they warn you about diabetes, but whatever reason, I never thought I would actually go blind. That was never going to be a real concern in my mind. I was like, God's not going to let me go blind. Like, God got me. I'm not going blind. I'm going to keep doing what it do, and I'll be fine. And I used to, before I went blind, about a year or two or so before I went blind, I didn't really have significant vision loss to my family members. They all have wear glasses, so everyone has significant vision loss, like in that type of way. Most of them, not everyone, but so although I know I'm diabetic, I'm just thinking maybe it's something like that, or hoping it's something like that. It wasn't too bad or anything. It was just I was still able to do things, and then glasses were able to help it, and so I had a couple dreams where I was fully blind, like not fully, but like everything was super blurry. And I started lucid dreaming because I realized in my dream, I was like, this can't be real life. And then I realized I'm dreaming and I forced myself awake because I was scared. Now I kind of lucid dream sometimes and I will realize I am dreaming because I can see. And I'm like, oh, wait, this I can see. And then I kind of just, I don't get scared. I just try to hold on into that dream and because I don't want to wake up. But I know that once I realize a few seconds later, I'm going to wake up. And that was quite sad, but it is what it is. So in my um so yeah, so I would say that I was kind of warned by because I would wake up and I'm like, God, please don't let me go blind. Will I go blind? Like I just let me learn my lesson, let me change the way I live. Like why am I not changing? I know this is like eating whatever I want is not the business, but for whatever reason, when you're addicted to food and sugar and stuff, it's not that easy to just up and just be done with it. Even when you know that it's bad for you, or even see a little bit of your health decline, it's not that easy. Some people can get scared into doing it like right away. Others just they're scared, but they want what they want. They're impulsive. You know, we are different. I think I am the latter. I wanted what I wanted. Well, I didn't believe I would go blind. Like I didn't really like. I felt like, oh, if it goes, God will fix it. It'll get better because I feel like that's how it was all my life. Something go a little wrong, it gets fixed, and I'm okay. So I was just like, this is not gonna. And God did answer me. He was like, you know, you'll be all right. Just change. I got the answer. It wasn't the answer I wanted, but I got the answer. I wasn't ready to change the way I eat or my lifestyle or, you know, move my body and all that stuff. I wasn't ready for it. And so I got the consequences of my own action. So when I went blind, I did feel really guilty. I felt, and then because it didn't just affect me, it affected everyone around me, it affected my family members that, you know, dwelled with me. I have to pay my own rent. Now they got to pick up my slack or help me with learning how to do things. And that's extra stress on them. And so, or even having to ask people to, you know, ask some family members or extended family members for money. And I didn't want people to know that I went blind because people talk. They talk and they're going to talk, you know, bad about you or judge you and all that stuff. And I was afraid of that and I didn't want that. But especially when I feel like it's my fault. These are the consequences of my own actions. And I didn't want people to say anything. I've heard people talk about other people and just real nasty or just talking. I guess I didn't want that. I didn't want to be in the limelight. I never liked being in the limelight. I never wanted to be up front and center. And people can criticize and ridicule or pick you apart of every single thing. I didn't want that. Ironic now I'm on YouTube, but I'm getting over that. So I didn't that's the main reason why I didn't want to share that I am diabetic. But that is the number one leading cause of blindness in America is diabetes. And there is a stigma to it or shame to it and stuff. It's just there's no point in me just sticking in the past where you know I'm not gonna hide. I gotta own up to it, and I'm better now. I'm not, you know, I did change my diet. It's not terrible like it was before. Now, is it the best? No, but it's a long way from where it was. That's for certain. I only drink water and some tea. I don't eat meat. I don't really eat sugary foods or anything like that. Like, cause I loved ice cream, candies, the donuts, all of that stuff. I don't really eat that anymore. And stuff is kind of a little too sweet for me now. If I do try, even salty foods and stuff, fatty foods, I don't really eat. all of that, and but it could be better. Definitely could be better. But I'm working on it and I'm getting better at it. The So I guess I have to get over myself because I'm not the first person. I'm hardly the first person to go blind. I'm not the only person to go blind due to health issues or um, just doing what I want to do. And I just wanted to come on here and share that, especially if there's others that are like me. I know there are others like me. Then, go ahead and leave a comment down below and, like and comment, subscribe, and let's talk about it because I wanted someone to be that for me. I was looking and I couldn't. The ones that I could find about diabetic blindness was they went blind, ate healthy for 2 weeks, and then they went blind suddenly. Ate healthy for 2 weeks, and then now they can see all of a sudden again. And I was just like, that's not helping for me. It's not helping me. Like I'm not getting those same results. Or someone who went blind walking downstairs suddenly, and then like the next day her sight came back, and she was able to fix her, start eating healthy or whatever. Another woman who she went blind, and but hers was due to a medicine that she was using for a rare disease she had, and when she stopped taking that medicine and eating better, her vision came back, and she was blind for like 5 years or something. I don't really remember how long it took her to get her vision back. It was like some months or something. Where she started to see just a little bit of light or something from like a street thing. I was looking for like help. I was looking for inspiration. I was looking for all kinds of things, and I didn't get it. But this is what real life looks like. Well, at least my experience is going blind and like really being blind, gradually going blind, sticking and being blind. Even when I did immediately go into eating super healthy and trying to stop it or whatever, it still continued. But I mean, like I said, I can be better now because like I need to really hold on to that. But anyways, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Adios. Adios. Adios.